Welcome to Chloroscribe, where stories of the mysterious and unknown come to life. If you're redrawn to the dark, the strange, and the unexplained, you're in the right place. Tonight's story is one that will chill you to your core, the Dyatlov Pass Incident. So turn down the lights, settle in, and prepare yourself for a mystery that has baffled the world for decades. January 1959. 9 seasoned hikers set out for the remote, icy wilderness of the Ural Mountains in Russia, led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov. They were prepared for anything, or so they thought. They never imagined that they'd face a force so sinister that it would be their last expedition, their goal, a mountain named Odortin. But in the language of the local Mansi tribe, the mountain had another name, Kolatsiakoi, Dead Mountain, and that name would soon prove terrifyingly accurate. On February 1st, the group set up camp on the mountain's slopes. It was a place where the wind howled like a lost spirit and the cold could freeze your breath in midair. They pitched their tent for what would be the last time, wrote their final diary entries, and snapped their final photos, capturing moments of joy and camaraderie that masked the terror to come. But that night, something unspeakable happened. They ran. No, they fled. Into the pitch-black night, abandoning everything that could keep them alive in temperatures of minus 30 degrees Celsius. But why? What horror could drive them to slice open their own tent from the inside, sprinting barefoot into a frozen wasteland? When rescuers finally found the camp weeks later, what they saw left them paralyzed with fear. The tent had been slashed open. From the inside, personal belongings, boots, food, everything was left behind as if they had been escaping from something unseen. But that was just the beginning of the horror. They followed tracks leading down the slope, tracks that grew more erratic with each step, until they found the first 2 bodies barefoot, half-dressed, frozen beside a burnt-out fire, as if they had desperately tried to stay warm but met a freezing, brutal end. 3 more bodies were found closer to the tent, their lifeless hands reaching toward it, as if they were trying to crawl back to safety from whatever had driven them into the darkness. But it was the final 4 bodies that chilled investigators to the bone. Hidden under the snow in a ravine, they had injuries that no one could explain. Skull fractures, broken ribs, wounds too severe to be caused by any human, yet with no signs of external trauma. And then the most disturbing discovery of all, Ludmila Dubinina, her eyes and tongue gone, as if ripped away by something that defied all logic. But the real kicker, their bodies showed traces of radiation, an invisible poison that left them glowing faintly in the darkness. What did they encounter out there, beneath that shadowed sky? Over the years, people have whispered theories in hushed tones, each one more terrifying than the last. Was it a military experiment gone horribly wrong, where a weapon of unimaginable power was tested on those unsuspecting souls? Did they stumble upon something they were never meant to see? Or was it something far older, something that prowls the snowy peaks, watching, waiting until a group of intruders came too close? And then there's the strangest theory of all, strange lights seen in the sky, above the pass that night, as if something, not of this world, was hovering above, hunting in the shadows. Decades have passed, but the Dyatlov Pass incident remains unsolved, shrouded in an icy veil of fear and confusion. Was it a natural disaster that drove them into madness, or was it something darker, something that still lingers in the shadows, ready to strike again? Perhaps the truth lies buried beneath the snow, or maybe it's better off hidden from our curious minds. After all, some mysteries are like the dark, unsettling, inexplicable, and best left untouched. But what do you think happened on that desolate mountain? Share your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, if you dare. Until next time, stay safe out there. And remember, the real monsters are never the ones we see coming.